Oh, hi there guys. Sorry about that. It's just that I'm too busy experiencing peak fiction. Now, I'm sure many of you are already asking a very important question, and that is, why am I experiencing peak fiction, which is Neo the World Ends With You, in case you did not read that already, right now in 2022? And that's a very good question, and the answer is because it was 30 bucks. I gotta be honest, it was really cheap and I just took advantage of that. But aside from the fact that it was $30 though, one of the main reasons why I wanted to experience Neo the World Ends With You, and why I'm mainly talking about it now, is because there's a lot that went on to its development that never really got a lot of appreciation and never really got a lot of the support and level of marketing and advertising that Square Enix just decided not to give for this game. Like, this is a sequel that was 14 years in the making, and Square Enix decided to not give it the same level of treatment as would a Final Fantasy XIV expansion, as would a Final Fantasy VII remake when that thing was, was on the cusp of releasing back in April 2020. It kind of sucks that there isn't a lot of people that talked about Neo the World Ends With You, and I kind of want to give at least a spotlight of a truly underrated Square Enix gem that is indeed this game. And also, to keep things a little more, in accord, this is not a review. I am not reviewing this game. I'm only 10-15 hours into this game thus far. I have no idea what else this game has in store for me. I have yet to play the first one, or at least replay that, because I have played the first No World Ends With You. I have played that back when it released on the DS. I have the DS cartridge version. There's also the final remix that I have to purchase on this Switch, but there's another Switch around here that has that game. I know that if I really wanted to make a review on Neo the World Ends With You, I would have to play that game first and make a review on that. But this is more of my first impressions, and the impressions really lasted on me. And I've only got this game for a week now, and it is truly an underrated gem, and I'll continue to emphasize that because the art style is amazing. It is one of the best looking games I've seen, not just for the Nintendo Switch, but for RPGs in general. I like the art style that Nomura does, and I like how well it gets implemented in a 3D aspect, in a 3D scale. And I wish a lot of games do that too, especially anime-based games where they try to have a creative atmosphere by utilizing an art style that they are known to. For example, look at Pokemon and Ken Sugimori's work throughout the years, throughout the generations. Look at the majority of the Tales series and how each game is sort of unique, not just from a graphical standpoint, but from an art box standpoint, from an artwork standpoint, Neo the World Ends With You does that, and it kind of takes it up a notch in the sense that not only this is a game that Nomura wanted to make a sequel of, it is a game that can stand alone on its own and do successfully well without actually needing to play the first game to understand a lot of the context of this game. And also, to kind of go back to what I said at that last part there, it is important to play the first game. There are characters that will return from that first game, and it is important to be aware of those characters and at least understand the context of those characters and how they are sort of either reintroduced or how they further expand the lore that this sequel is trying to provide. But aside from that, go get this game. It is 30 bucks at least by the time I'm making this video, and if not, still get it. It is truly worth the 60 bucks that it is listed on. It is truly worth every single cent, and trust me, when I make a review on this sometime in the near future, I will go back to this video and I will make sure that whatever I said here is either emphasized once again, or whatever I said here ends up being wrong, I'll also emphasize that as well. But it's just that Square Enix really fumbled in terms of the level of appreciation and, I guess, marketing that this game deserved. And it really deserved a lot of marketing. This is kind of like the indie to what the conglomeration of Square Enix has, because when people say Square Enix, it's either Dragon Quest or Final Fantasy, and there is no in between. And it kind of sucks that Neo the World Ends With You has a small fan base and a very dedicated fan base that will love to see future games. And they were very excited when this game showed up back during the cusp of what happened in the past 2 years, and having it released in the summer of last year. It truly felt like a love letter for this franchise, and I truly wish that Square Enix saw that too, because again, it deserves so much praise, it deserves so much love, and Square Enix, it deserves a lot more than what you gave it. And also, I didn't even talk about the music, which is amazing. The soundtrack this game has is gorgeous. It truly fits the mold of exploring Tokyo, of, you know, encountering the people you meet throughout the game, the combat. It feels like a step up from the original The World Ends With You. It truly feels like a sequel in that regard. Gameplay is phenomenal. I love the action-paced gameplay this has. I love the controls, the feel, the character designs are peak fiction. This is truly Nomura's best work. All of that, there's so much I want to say on that regard too, but again, it would have to be when I make a proper review on this, whenever I ever plan to revisit this game, since this is all about my first impressions, my impressions overall, and how, again, Square Enix should have done a lot better towards handling this game with care and love and the respect that it truly deserved. So that's basically it. Don't expect much of what I'm trying to say here, because I think I've said enough here. And of course, we'll dive into the usual Pokemon. Kirby is coming soon. I hope to do a video before and maybe a stream of our impressions on Kirby, the first 2-3 hours of it, like with the Pokemon Legends Arceus. I am aware of the fact that you guys are still waiting for that Pokemon Legends Arceus review, but since I do a lot of these discussion-based videos, it's gonna take a little while, but I hope you guys stay tuned for that. I would love to do more reviews. I would like to do reviews and all that kind of stuff, but I want to give it the care and dedication that it deserves. Like I've said, much like how Square Enix should have done with NEO The World Ends With You. But let me know your comments on NEO The World Ends With You. Have you played the game? Do you plan on buying the game? I'm just letting you guys know that if you plan on buying it now, by the time this video uploads, it's 30 bucks on the eShop. I don't know how much the Epic Game Store is selling it on. Maybe it's probably a little less, but it's on PC, PlayStation 4, and on the Nintendo Switch. I personally recommend the Nintendo Switch since the original World Ends With You was on the DS, so it's kind of like a compliment there. But just throw your comments down below on everything regarding NEO The World Ends With You and whether or not you want to see future games of that franchise moving forward. That being said, I hope you guys appreciate this small video on the NEO The World Ends With You. I hope to come back to this sometime in the near future. And for those that are new, first off, what are you doing? Go like, comment, and subscribe, and be a part of this amazing community. I'm telling you, this is a very sexy face, and you're missing out if you don't subscribe. And of course, for those that have been here for a very long time, you guys know how I like to end it. I love ending things in positivity, and that's what I do in my videos here. So, thank you guys so much for all the support. Keep being awesome. Keep spreading love and kindness into the world, because I know you guys can, and I know I can as well. So let's make sure to at least do one act of kindness each and every day to someone out there who needs it, especially in these times. Keep improving yourselves by 1%, because by improving by 1% can go a long way towards making a better tomorrow. Know that I love you guys forever and always to 120, and I can't wait to see you all in that next fantastic video. Remember guys, stay freaking sexy, stay safe out there, and take care.